I'm Jim Check. You're watching Kelowna Now. Big news. I got Tim Reimer here with me for Kelowna's biggest record show.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
The LP thing, right?
Yeah.
Is it LPs and 45s?
45s, vinyl, CDs, cassettes, you name it. Anything there, it's going to be at the vinyl show.
I grew up at a time when there were 78s still kicking around. The thick records.
The way back. I like
That's
it.
like the Hank Snow stuff.
Oh, I know. The Jim Reeves. You get a bit of everything in that.
So with the big show, you got a poster here too.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the story there too. But it's June 22nd at the Rutland Centennial Hall.
Yes, sir. This Saturday.
This Saturday. It runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. $5. $5 doesn't get you much any day, but it gets you in.
It gets you in. There's going to be some food, door prizes, but everything.
Oh, nice. And over 50 tables of people selling records, I guess, right?
So if people selling records, people selling music memorabilia. We have people coming in from all the way from Calgary to Vancouver.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah, we got people from all around
Kind of like
town.
a big record collector kind of like show kind of thing.
Yeah, normally when you think there's typically shows that happen sometime in the area, but it's normally around 12 vendors.
Yeah.
But this year we're kind of going pretty big with it, getting the people from all around.
Are people kind of like crazy about the covers, or are they kind of like more on the LP itself, or what's the
It kind of varies with it. So for some people, some people like to collect just the cover because they like to put it on their wall.
Yeah.
Some people like to have it just because it's nostalgic. They used to listen to this record with their dad, and so that's what they kind of go for. So it all depends on the person, but everyone collects different things.
My buddy has pristine records from way back in the like early 70s. Always put them back in the vinyl too. You know
there you go.
And they put them back, and just like so every cover's in plastic wrap. And just barely, you dare not touch his records when he played one, right? It was very.
Is he coming to the show?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say let's stop the thing. Let's text his number. We're gonna.
I won't even give his address up. People will probably go to his house.
Yeah, I'm the people. Yeah, I was ready.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite cover?
Favorite cover of all time? I mean, okay, favorite cover because it pays the bills for me. It would be Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
Oh yeah.
Just because every time I go
in
the collection. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah. Who hasn't had that one?
That's just it. But that's by far the most sought after record when they come to my record booth is that one. So that's what pays the bills. So every time I see it in the collection when I buy one,
you buy it. Like garage sales and stuff like that. I think I got a bunch of vinyl in my crawl space actually.
Well, guess what we're doing after this.
And for me, the one that comes to mind is the Beatles one.
Yep.
Abbey Road, right? Abbey Lane, right?
Yeah. I thought you were talking at first about the band cover.
Yeah. And then a lot of the Lynyrd Skynyrd stuff, they had some cool covers too. I think somebody put water on and kind of changed color.
Yeah, there's a few. Exactly. There's a few ones like it's like that. It's pretty cool the different ways you would make like either pop-ups or different things like that.
Yeah, no, there were some pretty. Nazareth had some cool covers.
Yep.
So obviously, are they still putting out records and albums?
They are. It's a bit of a different clientele of it because back in the day, it used to be a black record that's just released, right? Yeah. But nowadays, it'll be someone like Taylor Swift releasing one. But instead of, because you don't really, sometimes we do it to listen to it, but it's like about the actual cover, like the record itself, it'll be pink. Or it'll be pink with polka dots, and it'll be stuff, and you have to collect them all. Yeah,
Josh just showed me one that actually they put 2 layers there, and then in between is water, and it kind of moves around.
Yeah, exactly.
Salt or something like that.
Yeah, it's a little salt water thing that they use for it.
Crazy.
It's changing world, man.
When I grew up in the record thing and you used to line up, I remember going to Vancouver and I came into a store now, one of the big record stores. Mm-hmm. I think it was the one where it was downtown too, H&M, ABC, something like that. Jason, do you know what the big record stores were? A&B, there you go. And they'd be lined up down the block for like on Granville there just to get in there to get that latest release, right?
100%. Well, that's what we're hoping to have for this show here. We've got a whole bunch of people that haven't actually... So, because I do the flea market in town there, right?
Okay.
And so with that, there's a bunch of people that come up to me all the time. They're like, yeah, I have a huge record collection. I'm not ready to sell it. So this year has been really pushing, come sell it. And a lot of the guys that would not sell before are coming out to sell at this show. So we're going to have people with collections that we haven't seen before.
What's the highest value you've seen a record sell for?
Like one that I know of someone selling?
Yeah.
I think about $10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah,
I'm going to my crawl space.
I was gonna say that's where I'm going. I told you. This is what I'm ready to stop.
So what was that album?
It was a band Beatles cover. They used to have one with chopped up babies on the front cover, but it was band obviously. But it was underneath a thick little layer thing.
Right.
But yeah, that's very sought after, and it was in mint condition. And
Alice Cooper had some wild covers too.
Alice Cooper had a few wild covers. Alice Cooper was definitely.
What's the Fleetwood Mac Rumors album in pristine condition go for?
It goes for around $30-$40, but I sell it at my booth for around $25. But it just goes every time. Yeah. It's one of the ones I won't stay. Like I'll have it behind back and it'll be sold.
So how good does the actual LP have to be in? Like, is it more about the cover?
Okay, so it's definitely it's a bit of both, but I would say the biggest thing is that the vinyl itself. If you have a warped vinyl, no matter what, even if it's a perfect cover, you're not going to get more than $5 for it at the end of the day.
What about all scratches?
Scratch. So scratch there because there's different methods you can use to clean it.
Oh, really?
Sometimes, but most of the time, if it's in there, it's in there. As far as a dig or anything like that, but with it, you got to have decently good for condition for it.
Yeah, we used to have the stacker too. I remember you could, on a party, you put like 6 records on the stack, and then the whole thing would fall sometimes.
It would all go straight through. No, I've been through the collections where you see it
fall
there.
right on the arm. And I remember I bought a really nice stereo as I was getting, in my 20s there, and it was a Sansui, and it was a linear tracking.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And it lit up and everything, and it was just really cool, and it was like a lot of money. And
it seems like you're convincing yourself to go to the show here. It feels like you're one step away from living.
I was glad to get away from records when they were over, right? Because it was a big hassle.
until you have that butcher's cover in the back of your crawl space there, and then you're gonna be the one at the show. I'm not even gonna be the one promoting it. It's gonna be you.
My son's into it. Like he comes into the house and he's got this record player and he's got all these albums. I'm just like, what is going on?
Hey, it's okay. Honestly, I'm doing this full time now because I travel around just buying collections. If you were to tell me this is what I'd be doing full time, I wouldn't have believed you. So I'm happy with it, and I love my job, so get it from there.
People collect everything from stamps, hockey cards, now record albums, to whatever it is. I'm gonna get in my crawl space and see what's there.
I'm gonna get in the crawl space and see what's there. This is no, exactly.
I had a big collection at one time.
How many did you have?
What about 8 tracks? Well, no, I had hundreds probably.
Okay, yeah, there you go. 8 tracks, not as much value these days. I mean,
they're winning value when they were out.
That's just it. It's hard. It's hard to tell because CDs don't really have much value, no matter what. Even if it's a really good band, it's tough to get money for CDs. There's some rare ones, but tough. But cassettes, for some reason nowadays, cassettes have value.
Cassettes
have not the Barbra Streisand. That one has to be like the Led Zeppelin.
J. Giles band.
Maybe.
If
it'll get you in the door, you know what? It's got tons of value. Come out and sell it.
There you go. So your flea market, you do this what is it? Your flea market?
So I do the flea market every Sunday at the Rutland Centennial Hall.
Okay, we'll give that a little plug too. So you've been doing that. You do that 52 weeks a
year?
Yeah,
sorry?
52 weeks a year or what?
52 weeks a year. We tried to do it we went a full year and then we shut down for one of the days for Christmas Eve.
Well, slacker.
That's what I was thinking. It wasn't even my choice. It came down to it, and they had an event booked for a Christmas party, and I was like, all right, that's a good enough sign.
So this is your deal too?
This
is my market? Deal. You're kind of doing that too?
Yes.
Young guy like you? Entrepreneur, eh?
Yeah, trying to be. You're a young guy yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, trust me, when you walk through the doors in the Kelowna Record Show, you just decrease your age by like 20 years.
20 years? Yeah. There's a lot of guys with ponytails and mullets in there.
Ponytails are a bit of a problem. Yeah. Okay. To be fair, it's quite funny to see because the clientele for records these days it's awesome because I get to see it in my booth every week. It'll be people from 12 years old looking for Taylor Swift to people 70 years old looking for Jim Reeves, and then the people in between is just such a cool mix. It's a community that it's just so like no matter what, there's gonna be people that collect country, people that collect hardcore rock, and those people would never meet up in the same room ever, but you get to see them at this week. So pretty cool in that sense.
Time to go to garage sales in Midway and Greenwood and Rock Creek and that. I'm telling you, there's gonna be some collections there.
There's gonna be. I'm already going. Don't send that anyone else away. Don't start.
So back to this. Over 50 tables, door prizes, music memorabilia too.
Yeah, and music trivia.
Nice.
Something for everyone.
And that's all day basically on June 22nd. And it's $5 to get in, which is $5 can buy you much of these days, right?
Exactly.
Not even a sandwich at McDonald's.
Is it not? Yeah, I got a McDouble the other day, and I was surprised at the total that ran me up.
Yeah, I think you get a breakfast sandwich still for $5, but not much else, right?
Okay, maybe grab a breakfast sandwich here at the hall.
And then, you got a breakfast sandwich? You get sell food there?
Yeah,
too?
we got breakfast going on. So we also have free ice cream.
Wait, because they got a little kitchen in there.
It's more than little. It's a medium-sized kitchen. We got also free. There's graduates graduating that day as well. Oh, okay. So we have free ice cream and free
ice cream.
Free ice cream for grads.
I'm sold.
You look enough like a grad, I'll take it. You know what? There you go.
And then on every Sunday, how does that work? Do people book a booth? Or
so basically, there's 2 ways you can do it. So it's you either shoot me a text or a phone call, and then we get you booked in for a spot inside or outside. Or we also take walk-ins as well on the day of. You're just not guaranteed what spot you get. So
how do they get a hold of you?
You can either text me at Rutland Flea Market on Instagram or Facebook, or you can phone my number or text me at 236-457-8779.
This sounds like an old pizza commercial. 236-457-8779.
Buy now. You get the second flyer free.
That's Tim.
But wait, there's more.
Throwing a knife. A Ginsu knife. There you go. So you got nothing to do this weekend. Or you just want to have some fun and take a look at some of the walk down through history. And you know what would be a really great thing to do? Take your mom and dad and go take a look at it, because, I mean, there'll be a lot of memories probably.
Exactly. You know what? Yeah, even if you have something to do, make it a priority. Come out to the Kelowna Record Show. We'd love to have you out there.
All right. And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.